Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at the different derivative rules, the common ones that we have, such as the product and the quotient rule, and we're going to see how we can think about those rules using the chain rule of derivatives. For example, what if we had a function that looked like this? 2t times sine of t. Let's think about the product rule for a minute. This is like two things multiplied together. So we can almost think of a function like this, fxy, which is equal to x times y. And we're going to compose this function, or first, so we're going to let x of t and y of t be something. We're going to let x of t be 2t and y of t be sine t. Then notice that if we have a vector function g of t, we have 2t sine t. And notice that if we would just take f of g, so the output of g is two inputs, or output of g is two things, which fits nicely into f, so that's great. Then you have of t. So this actually is equal to that statement. So simply the chain rule, what it says, this is an of, okay, for composition, like plug this into that. So the chain rule states that we just take the derivative of f right here. So f has two inputs, so it has two columns, one output, so one row. And we have the derivative of f with respect to x is just y. Derivative of f with respect to y is just x, holding the other variables constant. Then derivative of g, okay, it has two outputs and it only has one input, so one column, but two rows for each output. And you have two, and you take the derivative of each one with respect to that one variable for that column. So you have 2, and here you have cosine t for the derivatives. And then if you want, you can replace right here, you can replace y with what it is, it's sine t. You can replace x with what it is, it's 2t. And notice that when we take that dot product, we end up getting 2 sine t plus 2t cosine t. In other words, we get the product rule for derivatives. Derivative of that is 2 sine, and then plus 2t times the derivative of that one. So the product rule actually is nothing but the chain rule for derivatives in with a matrix multiplication for higher for these different types of functions where we have different numbers of inputs and outputs. Let's also look at in the next video. Why don't we take a look in the next video at the quotient rule? Thanks for watching.